Hey guys, my name is Ben Howard. We're out here at Michelin Disc Golf Course to play around with the MVP Dimension or Wind Dragon, whatever you want to call these things. I've been hearing a lot of stuff about them and I've just been interested because it's not often that you hear a lot of people talking about how much they like a 14 and a half speed. And it's not like it's one of those things where it's like, oh, it says it's 14 and a half. It's really not. Like, no, this is one of the biggest discs I've ever felt, ever. And so I'd be really curious to test them out. Got one of the Fission Gyropalooza ones, which are the ones that I've heard a lot about. And then I've got this Proton one, I think. Not plasma, I don't think. I can't remember. Maybe it's plastic, but as you also might be able to tell, it's going to be really windy today. It's also like just above freezing. Today's one of the only days I could film this week, so I'm just gonna have to tough it out. Hopefully that audio is not gonna be too bad. These mics don't handle wind very well, so I am getting some newer mics that are pretty similar to these, but have like a wind cover on them, or I don't know what you call them, but unfortunately those aren't coming until Saturday, so you're gonna have to deal with this. But I think that's pretty much everything. So let's go and get around, see how these things fly. All right, guys, for hole one, got a par three, 350 feet, just right there up on the side of this hill. Biggest thing to pay attention to is we've got a ripping right to left wind. So I'm gonna have to throw both these really wide if I want a chance for them to be close. We'll go with the Fission Dimension first. This one's got a lot more dome to it, and from what I understand, they're supposed to be a little bit less stable than these. So we'll go with it first for my warm-up shot. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think I kept it underneath that, under the hill, so the wind didn't affect it too much. Let's see what the, what is this? I wish I knew what MVP's plastics were. Whew. Man, that one's beefy. Okay, so the premium dimension ended up about 50 feet short, which is better than I was thinking. I didn't think that thing even had a chance to get into circle two. Nice. All right, guys, for hole two, we got a par three, 307 feet. Basket's on the other side of the dam, pretty far downhill. I'm gonna go the premium Wind Dragon, probably just flat out to the right, let this fade in. I'm gonna try and hurry up and throw as fast as I can before the wind blows the tripod over. Hopefully that got a skip, because I think it was gonna be a touch short, but with the disc that fast with that wide of a rim, it should get a skip. All right, took me a minute, but I did find it. It actually pushed a lot farther than I thought. I didn't think you'd make it all the way back into these woods, but I made it pretty far in here. I got a wide open foot at it. Yeah. All right, guys, for hole three, we got a par three. The tee sign says it's 330 feet away, but this plays close to 400 feet, especially today, considering we're not only throwing uphill, but we also have the same headwind coming straight at us. So this will be interesting. I'm curious to see how this will fly into a straight headwind, but the main goal is to just not throw this nose up. If I throw this nose up, this could go into the highway. I did turn it over. Dang it. I needed that a little bit higher anyway. I'm going to try the premium one on a forehand. Oh, that was a great skip. All right, guys, for hole four, we got a par three, 285 feet. This is actually the shortest hole on the course, too. But you see the basket straight in front of us. As you can tell, we've got a little bit of a gap to hit. We've got plenty of room off to the right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and throw like an Anheuser flex shot And in this wind, I don't trust the Fission dimension to come back, so we're gonna go with the premium one. Let's see. We should still have just a straight headwind, but it feels like a right to left headwind now. So it should do about the same. Woo! That is so short. I'm gonna throw one more because that was really bad. Similar line. Just try to get this to turn over into that gap. Oh, dang it. All right, roll again. Oh. There it is. Go back. Go back. I kind of did. Oh, that wind held it up. Dang it. All right, guys, for hole 5, we got a par 4, 423 feet. Basket's on the other side of this hill. You can see off to the right. As long as I don't hit like first available, I'm pretty much guaranteed a birdie. So going with the Fission dimension. After hitting all those trees, this thing should be a little bit flippier now. So let's see. I'm still going to try and throw it flat, but I'm going to expect a little bit of turn out of it. That's so high. It's clean, I think. There it is. Yeah, that's down there. I'll have like a 100-foot approach shot. I'm going to go forehand with the premium dimension and go pretty far out to the left because that wind's coming from right to left to right now. Oh, sit. Okay. Oh, don't roll. Dang it. Thought I read the wind right. Nope, that's even worse. Yes, there we go. All right, guys, for hole 6, we got a par 3, 300 feet. Basket's down there behind the middle of these 3 trees you can see in front of us. Going with the premium one. Yeah, I made it. I put that so high. All right, guys, for hole 7, we got a par 3, 380 feet. I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's up to the left side of the fairway. This might be the most difficult wind to play this hole in because typically I want to go wide out to the right with something, let that height carry it really far left, but this wind's just going to push it straight down. So I'm going to try and rip something underneath this tree on the right side of it and just see how far we can get. Not expecting much, but let's see. On Fission. Oh, there's the wind. Oh, it's coming back. I'll have to measure that because that's probably the farthest throw I've had all day. So you just says I threw that about 380, which makes sense because I'm actually a little past the basket, which you can't really see because the tree is in the way, but I'm like 40 feet to the right side of the basket. So let's see if I can make this. It'll be a turkey. It'll be pretty good. Nope. Good layup. All right, guys, for hole 8, we got a par 3 at about 300 feet. You can see the basket straight ahead off to the right side of the fairway. I'm going to try throwing this thing on a forehand. We'll see how this goes. This Fission plastic is very slick. My hands are very dry and slick, so there's a good chance this could come out of my hand and go about 200 feet, right? So we'll see what happens, but I'm going to give it a shot. Okay, it only went like 100 feet right, so could have been worse. I'm not sure why, but I feel like I can jump putt this, at least to the basket. I don't know about running it, but for some reason I feel like I can get it all the way there. So I'm gonna trust my instincts. I did it. All right, guys. So for hole 9, I've always skipped the original tee pad on this one because it's not a fun hole. You can't see anything, and you're just kind of throwing a blind hyzer. And the alternative spot, the spot I normally play from, is there's a truck parked right in the way, so I don't really want to hit that. So instead, we're going to come up here on top of this terrace and throw what's a really sick hole. Like, I should have done this to begin with, but I'm going to throw both of them, going wide hyzer, just spike in. I'm afraid I'm going to throw the Fission dimension too far, but I don't know if I can get the premium dimension there. So I think we'll go with the premium dimension. Just got to trust it, give it width. Jump in. Oh, look at that. A little far, but that's a lot better than I expected. That should be good too. Oh yeah. Alright guys, so I had to get back in my car because it's so cold. It's so windy. I knew it was gonna be rough today, but I'm glad it was at least consistent. It wasn't like, gusting. So hopefully the audio isn't too bad during this video, but when it came to the dimensions, I am surprised. I can definitely see what people were talking about. Not with the premium one though. Premium one, that's what I expected out of a 14 speed driver from MVP. Super flat, just not going to give you any glide, not going to give you any push. It's going to get out and just dive. Not quite uselessly overstable, but getting close. Like, you have to have at least 400 feet of power to get any use out of this disc. And even then, you're throwing it like me, where it's just out to the right, dumping in, not going anywhere. But for the Fission dimension, I can definitely see why a lot of people like these. It has just a perfect amount of stability to where it's going to give you a lot of distance, but it's going to be reliable and always fade out for you. And you can see how many trees I hit with this thing, and it still held up pretty well. Not only did it fly better, but it also feels better in my hand. Like, it doesn't feel as big as the flat top dimension. Well, obviously it still feels pretty big, but it feels more like maybe like a 13 speed. Like, this feels manageable where the other dimension doesn't. So while this is a really nice disc, the only thing I'm struggling to think of is just who this would be for. Because obviously this thing's fast, and like, this isn't going to be a good disc for either beginner players or people who just don't have a good amount of arm speed. I mean, I would say you would need at least 300 feet of power to get some kind of use out of this. You might be able to at lower arm speeds, but I think about 300 feet would be a good spot to recommend a disc like this. Like, even though this disc did hold up well after hitting a few trees, this isn't going to last as long as a premium disc. So I just don't see the point in going out of your way to try to find something like this when you can find something that's going to be more reliable and hold on to its stability and last a lot longer than something like this. So the only real people I could think of that would need something like this would probably just be people either sponsored by MVP or people who just want to throw all MVP. So it's a great disc, and I had a great time with it. I just don't know if I'd recommend it to a lot of people. But yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. So if y'all have any other recommendations for discs I should try, other videos you want to see, whatever it may be, let me know down in the comments. But thank y'all so much for watching. Please like, subscribe, and have a good one.